Hello everyone, happy day wherever you are. It's the middle of the week, so I wish you lots of well-being, however it's going for you, and I hope it's definitely going well. And today we have our tarot card reading for July 12th to July 13th. And this message is intended for us to receive the guidance through the cards, through the tarot deck, and in a manner that is designed and delivered to uplift us and empower us and to overcome whatever difficulties you're going through in life. So today's three cards for you and me are the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords reversed, and the Ten of Wands reversed. So today's theme is about work, employment, responsibility, and hesitation about taking on responsibility or not willing to complicate life. And actually, it's a call from the universe and in a direction to simplify. So that's what we're getting today, is that between today and tomorrow, this week, you're going to be coming up with, or you're going to be facing or receiving opportunities to assume more responsibility, to either in the form of a new job offer or a new job prospect, like going on an interview, or maybe at work you're being tasked with more duties and more projects, or your team is just overloaded, so you're obliged to take on part of that responsibility. And also in terms of home, maybe the rhythm is picking up at home. Now in the summertime, there might be a change in the rhythm and it's slightly busier. And alternatively, the Knight of Pentacles is also an energy and a spirit of being methodical and routine, and sort of like being in a stability and in a place of repetitiveness and routine, our daily life routine, which is ultimately what happens when we're working in a corporate environment or whatever rhythm of life you have. Then we end up going into a pattern of behavior which becomes our routine. So this Knight of Pentacles is indicating that there is something coming into your life experience at this point in time where either you're getting asked to take on a new responsibility or the potential for a new responsibility, and to then having to be more organized, more structured, more methodical, and going through the motions without feeling any kind of, excitement or variation. So sort of making your routine, needing to make that schedule and structure and organization, and alternatively receiving perhaps a job offer or something, an experience that requires you to be more structured in your approach, methodical, and if you're actually considering being more organized, then, or if you have something you want to achieve, like if you have that goal in mind, then it would require you to be more aligned and more organized and structured. So this is what this Knight of Pentacles is indicating. Now, it's followed up with the Page of Swords, which is reversed. And in this case, the indication that I'm getting from this Page of Swords is that whatever it is, like the opportunity that you're getting or this new project or potential, you're not 100% sure about it, and actually you are not, you're pretty much not wanting to take it, or you don't want to go down that path. Something about it just doesn't sit well with your natural self. However, there is the potential for you to commit in word to doing it, whatever that is, or over-promising or overselling yourself, but being short on the results or being short on delivering. So it's just a message for you to bear in mind that you don't have to impress anyone. You don't have to exaggerate your experience or what your goals are or your targets, and you don't have to overcommit to anyone. Because if you overextend and overcommit, and then you, in your heart, you know that you're not interested, or you don't want that, or it's not right for you, it doesn't feel right, then you will then have to come back and make up for that by excusing yourself or coming up with reasons why it didn't ultimately be fulfilled. So rather than going deeper and deeper into explanations and making up excuses, or just disappointing yourself perhaps because you were shooting for the stars and then ultimately you didn't do what you said you were going to do. So this is a message from the universe, from spirit, and from our wise consciousness to perhaps scale back a bit and to be a little bit more moderated in your approach. And actually, ironically, that's what the Knight of Pentacles is telling us, is to be moderate and sort of contemplative about what you're committing to or what you want to commit to, and to be realistic with yourself so that you don't overextend who you really are and you don't put yourself into an uncomfortable place that doesn't honor your true self. Okay, so it's very important to honor your true self and to listen to your inner voice and to your instinct. And so deep down in your heart, when this opportunity or this experience comes to your attention, you know what to do, because immediately you will know in your heart, either right away or shortly after you've had the conversation, or you have taken some time to pause from analyzing the situation, that perhaps it's not quite suitable at this point in time. It's still not the right thing. And so then we have that followed with the Ten of Wands, which reflects that energy as well, which is, you know, it's more about wanting to let go of the burden, wanting to let go of responsibilities, actually not wanting to commit, not wanting to assume that task or extra burden. And I feel like the guidance today is for us to perhaps consider lessening your load, letting go of some things that are taxing you down, that are taking away perhaps from your peacefulness or your health, and to scale down and scale back, freeing yourself up to be more at peace with the rhythm of your life, letting go of the burden and letting go of the struggle. I feel like now you've reached a point in your life where you don't want to have to struggle so much, and you don't want to have to bend yourself and twist yourself into all sorts of shapes in order to accommodate too much, because you know where your joy lies and you know what really merits your attention. So I ask you, friends, is what really adds value to your life? And are you doing that? Are you doing it enough? Are you doing what makes your heart sing? Are you doing what makes you joyful on a continuous basis? And similarly, what activities do you feel obligated to do that actually take away from your well-being or your sense of fulfillment, or even if it's the potential, like the prospect of doing something, somebody offers you a project or an idea, does it add, does it enhance you intrinsically in your joy? Because we really need to consider how much you're honoring your heart and your soul and your joy, and reminding ourselves that, right, money is not the ultimate aim in life, because when you die, you don't take anything with you. And of course, we need that money, we need that abundance, but I really trust that the universe provides as you need it and as you allow it into your life. And when it's the right time, then the doors open little by little. But you may be going through some dark nights without any certainty or clarity, because your soul is evolving and it's forcing you to become closer to your God self, to your inner being, and to your spiritual identity. Because what I've noticed is that in society around the world, the more advanced and modernized and developed we are, the more detached we become from our spirit, from our God. Unless you grow up, unless you're in a culture or society where religion is the state government. But even then, if there's a lot of money circulating in the economy, then people will be veered away from spirit because there will be a lot of physical temptations and physical experiences that are much more tantalizing than going into the within, which is invisible. Again, it's all about balance. There's no good or bad. However, what I will say is that when you come closer to spirit, whatever you believe in, into your faith, you automatically feel more at peace, right? I'm sure you've experienced that, is when you've gone through the most difficult times in your life. It's when you've become closer to God, to your faith, that you've overcome, and that you've even become stronger, letting go of a lot of material attachments. So that's the invitation for today, friends, is to let go of a burden, lessen your load. You don't have to take on excess responsibilities that never belonged to you. They don't have to belong to you. However, bear in mind that if you commit, then you may not be willing or able to fulfill your promise. So take a time before committing, before making a decision. Take a step back, ask for some time, and give yourself time. Tell yourself that you have all the time in the world. There's no rush. If it's meant to be, it's going to work out smoothly. No one has to force things. No one has to rush, right? And allow things to work out easily. If it's meant to be there, it's going to be there, and you don't have to stress or strain and change who you are to fit someone else or to fit a situation, okay? You've come very far, and this is your life. So let's take a time now to honor your beautiful divine self and what you really represent in this life, okay? So that's food for thought. So thank you for joining me today. I'll be back. I'm going to be doing a live reading tomorrow, actually, on my Facebook page. So if you have any questions, if you'd like me to pick a card for you, and if we have just a handful of people, then I can draw several cards for you and we can give you an actual reading. So let's see how it goes. But I will be here tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, July 13th. I'll do our daily card pick, and I will also be doing a live session. So you're invited to join me, and we will draw the cards for you. All right, so let's set up that beautiful, positive, divine energy so we can be totally happy and connected and ready for it tomorrow. All right, friends, have a blessed continuation, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste. Thank you for joining. Bye.